Welcome back to Brain Space. Today we're diving into a difficult but important topic. Signs that your partner is cheating on you. Relationships thrive on trust, but sometimes doubts can creep in, leaving you questioning your partner's faithfulness. In this video, we'll explore 13 signs that may indicate infidelity. Why these signs are not definitive proof, they can help you identify potential red flags and open up crucial conversations. Let's get started. Sign number 1. Sudden changes in behavior. One of the first signs of cheating is sudden changes in behavior. If your partner starts acting differently, becoming distant, irritable, or overly defensive, it might be a sign that something is wrong. These changes can include shifts in their routine, new habits, or unexplained mood swings. It's important to pay attention to these behavioral shifts, especially if they're out of character. For example, if your usually attentive partner suddenly seems preoccupied or uninterested in activities you used to enjoy together, it could be a cause for concern. Tip to treat. Observe patterns over time, rather than jumping to conclusions based on isolated incidents. Context matters, and everyone has off days. Sign number 2. Increased secrecy. If your partner becomes secretive about their phone, computer, or whereabouts, it might indicate that they have something to hide. This can include changing passwords, hiding messages, or being overly protective of their devices. While privacy is important, sudden secrecy can be a red flag. For example, if they start taking calls in another room or quickly close browser windows when you enter the room, it might suggest they're hiding something. Approach the topic with care and avoid accusations. Open communication can help address concerns without escalating the situation. Sign number 3. Unexplained absences. If your partner starts disappearing for hours without a reasonable explanation, it might be a sign they're spending time elsewhere. Look for patterns of unexplained absences, especially if they're accompanied by vague or inconsistent explanations. For example, if they frequently claim to be working late but can't provide details about their projects or meetings, it might raise suspicion. Tip to treat. Keep track of these occurrences and try to have an open conversation about your concerns. Honest dialogue can help clarify the situation. Sign number 4. Changes in intimacy. This includes both a sudden decrease in physical affection and, conversely, an unusual increase in sexual activity. Infidelity can lead to a lack of interest in your relationship or, in some cases, a surge of guilt-driven intimacy. For example, if your partner suddenly stops being affectionate or, conversely, becomes unusually eager for intimacy, it could indicate that something is off. Tip to treat. Pay attention to these changes, but also consider other factors like stress or health issues that might affect intimacy. Sign number 5. Emotional withdrawal. If your partner seems emotionally distant, unresponsive, or detached, it might suggest that their emotional energy is being invested elsewhere. This can manifest as a lack of interest in your feelings, avoidance of meaningful conversations, or a general sense of disconnection. For example, if they stop asking about your day or seem disinterested in your emotions, it might be a sign they're emotionally engaged with someone else. Tip to treat. Address the emotional distance directly, but compassionately. Express your feelings and ask if something is bothering them. Sign number 6. Excessive defensiveness. It can be a sign that your partner is hiding something. If they react aggressively or become overly defensive when you ask simple questions, it might indicate guilt or anxiety. This defensiveness can include avoiding eye contact, raising their voice, or turning the conversation back on you. For example, if you ask about their day and they respond with hostility or accusations, it might be a tactic to deflect suspicion. Tip to treat. Stay calm and try to understand why they're reacting this way. Open communication and reassurance can sometimes help diffuse defensiveness. Before we continue, if you're enjoying these tips, please hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got lots more content on human relationships, psychology, and self-improvement coming your way. Thanks for being part of the Brain Space community. Sign number 7. Unexplained expenses. Changes in financial behavior can also be a sign of cheating. If your partner's spending habits suddenly change without explanation, it might indicate they're funding another relationship. Look for unusual charges on credit cards, secretive cash withdrawals, or new purchases that don't fit their usual spending patterns. For example, if they start spending more on dining, gifts, or travel without including you, it could be a red flag. Tip to treat. Keep an eye on joint finances and ask about unusual expenditures in a non-confrontational way. Financial transparency is crucial in a healthy relationship. Sign number 8. Changes in appearance. If your partner suddenly takes an increased interest in their appearance, it might be a sign of infidelity. This includes new clothes, grooming habits, or fitness routines that seem out of character. While self-improvement is positive, a sudden and unexplained focus on appearance might indicate that they're trying to impress someone new. For example, if they start dressing up more than usual for work or events, or if they invest in a new wardrobe without a clear reason, it might raise questions. Tip to treat. Compliment their efforts and ask about the motivation behind the changes. This can open up a conversation about their recent behavior. Sign number 9. New hobbies or interests. This can be another sign of cheating, especially if they suddenly develop interests that they haven't mentioned before and don't include you. This can include new activities, social groups, or hobbies that seem to come out of nowhere and dominate their time and attention. For example, if they start taking up activities like a new sport, club, or classes and avoid sharing details or inviting you to join, it might be a cause for concern. Tip to treat. Express interest in their new activities and ask to learn more about them. Gauge their openness to involving you or discussing these new pursuits. Sign number 10. Secretive phone and social media use. This can be a major red flag. If your partner becomes secretive about their online activities or starts hiding their phone, it might indicate they're communicating with someone they don't want you to know about. This can include deleting messages, using private browsing modes, or becoming overly protective of their phone. For example, if they start taking their phone everywhere, including to the bathroom, or if they change their social media passwords without telling you, it might be a sign of infidelity. Respect their privacy, but also communicate your concerns. Ask about their behavior and try to understand why they feel the need to be secretive. Sign number 11. Avoiding future plans. If your partner starts avoiding discussions about the future, it might indicate that they're uncertain about their commitment to the relationship. This can include avoiding plans for trips, holidays, or even long-term goals, and might suggest they're unsure about their involvement in the relationship. For example, if they become evasive or change the subject when you talk about plans, it could indicate that they're considering other options. Tip for treat. Bring up future plans casually and observe their reaction. If they seem uncomfortable or avoidant, discuss your feelings and ask for their perspective on the relationship's future. Sign number 12. Decreased interest in shared activities. If your partner stops participating in activities you used to enjoy together, it might indicate that their interests are shifting elsewhere. This can include avoiding date nights, skipping joint hobbies, or losing enthusiasm for activities you used to share. For example, if they no longer seem excited about your weekend plans or avoid spending quality time together, it might be a cause for concern. Tip to treat. Try to re-engage them in shared activities and discuss why they've lost interest. Open communication can help identify underlying issues. Sign number 13. Gut feeling. If you have a strong sense that something isn't right, it's important to pay attention to your intuition. While a gut feeling isn't concrete evidence, it can be a powerful indicator that something is off. Trust your instincts and investigate further if you feel unsettled. For example, If you constantly feel uneasy or suspicious without clear reasons, it's worth exploring these feelings and discussing them with your partner. Tip to treat: approach your partner with your concerns calmly and ask for honest communication. Trusting your intuition doesn't mean jumping to conclusions, but it can guide you to seek clarity. Remember, these signs are not definitive proof of infidelity. They are potential indicators that warrant further discussion and exploration. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit.